So, we made it up to what's called Laurel Falls here in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains. And I thought what I'd do is do a little talk about exposures, long exposure times and short exposure times. Now, the cool thing about long exposure time here with the waterfall is when you take a picture, it's going to make the water actually kind of look like a white cloud coming down. Really what it is blur. But the blur actually looks really beautiful when you got waterfalls and other certain items out there. Now, if it's just a human being and you drop your shutter speed really low, the blur's not going to look that nice. But here, everything else is still except for the water, and so it's really going to look really beautiful. So what I've done is I brought my f-stop up to 22, my ISO down to 100, and my shutter, I've dropped it down to 8 seconds. So, now the hardest thing here to do is make sure that you keep the camera steady when you take the picture. So you're going to need a tripod, you're going to need a very steady hand, or you're going to need a wireless remote. I'm not going to use my wireless remote because I really don't feel like pulling it out of my bag right now. So to get the picture just right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a half shutter speed just to get my focus. Now that I'm focused, I'm going to hold it down, and hopefully me talking is not going to cause shake. So it's going to take 8 seconds of an exposure, and it's going to look really, really nice. Now it's taking the picture, and it looks really nice. So let's do it one more time. Of course, I'm going to pop these pictures up on the screen. And it could cause shutter, like I could have accidentally got shake there by pulling my hand up off the camera, but it didn't. But I'm going to keep my hand on the camera this time until it's done taking its 8-second exposure so I don't get any shake. If I drop it down to 10 or 15, I definitely cannot move my hand. Alright? And the picture came out really nice. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a fast exposure. So that means we're going to bring my ISO up high, my shutter up high, and my aperture, I'm going to drop it down low. So I probably want to have it at 500. So we're going to bring my shutter all the way up to 500. Unfortunately, it's not bright enough today. I wish it was a little bit brighter so I could bring my shutter up even higher. We're going to bring my ISO, I'm guessing. Let's start with 1600 for the ISO, and let's bring my aperture as low as it possibly can go. So the lowest my aperture can go is 4.5. Let's go on and do a full zoom out so we can drop it down to a full 3.5. Now if you had a 2.8 lens, like a 17 to 55, this would be a great lens for this shot. So 1/500th of a second is going to be the exposure here. And I've zoomed way too far out, so we're going to zoom in a little bit closer and try to get a better look at this waterfall. And at 500th, it's still, it catches it, but I really want it to freeze it. And I don't think that my lens is going to be able to get it low enough, the lighting is going to be able to get good enough to get I really probably want it at a 1/1000th of a second. So, and at 1/1000th it would be pretty dark, but I'm going to go on and try to shoot it at 1/1000. And it looks pretty nice. It's still a little dark, so I might have to, bring up the exposure a little bit in Photoshop. So this is a little segment on short and long exposure times, and I hope this kind of explains some stuff to you that you had questions on.